Hey, it's Tyler. Today's video is going to be about my in the bag updated for the beginning of 2017. So I'm going to start with my drivers and work my way down. So let's see. For drivers, the most overstable driver is Neutron Motion. Really nice and stable, likes to fade out pretty much under any wind conditions or anything like that. Great anytime there's OB to the right or I just need some strong fade. Next, a Proton Insanity. This is great for any time that I need a disc that'll flip up, and if I throw it flat and really hard, I can get it to flip all the way over into a roller. This one's quite a bit beat up and has been in my bag quite a while. Doesn't come out all that often, but anytime I need a big left to right shot or a roller or anything like that. Here's a cornerstone of my bag, the Volt. I usually carry 2 or 3, sometimes even a couple more. I have one that is more stable. This one happens to be a Neutron. So this I can throw really hard and pretty flat. It'll stand up just a little bit before it fades out with a pretty strong finish. Or I can force it over to the right and it'll slowly pan its way out. And here's a plasma that I have that's a bit more beat in. And this one does not fight back to the left very hard. It usually does just a little bit, but if I need to throw a bigger turnover shot, or just need a little bit more, turn to the right than my Neutron. So this is still considered a driver, but I use it more as a mid-range disc. This is a Neutron resistor. I find myself throwing this a whole lot. It's great for powering down or anytime we need a short chip shot that fades or fights really hard to the left. I use it in place of an overstable mid and even an overstable putter from time to time. I find it really useful. Shots under 300 feet. If I can throw this or if I need to get left, this is the disc that comes out of the bag. Alright, next to mid-ranges, I have 2 different molds. I have a Neutron Tangent. So this is a disc that really loves to float and stay in the air, and it has a bit of left to right drift. So if I ever have a low power shot or just want a disc that kind of hangs in the sky and doesn't really want to fade out, that's when I pull out the Tangent. Great through the woods, great anytime that there might be danger to the left side or I just want a disc that's going to kind of pan and hold to the right. I don't throw a lot of forehands, so if I have a short shot that needs to go to the right, oftentimes I pull this out if I'm not throwing a putter. Next is my Eclipse Axis. This is my most thrown mid-range by far. Powers up really well, powers down really well. Just flips up a little bit from hyzer and goes really, really straight. Feels really good out of the hand. I can, if I really want to, I can throw a very long Annie with it. If I just throw it flat and really hard, it can hold and pan. It gets me through the woods quite a bit too. So I really, really like the Eclipse Axis. And then to putters. And I travel pretty light, so I have 3 putters. My least thrown is a Neutron Ion. This is stable, but not really overstable. If I ever need a putter shot to just hold and go left, I tend to throw this one. If I throw it flat, it'll hold pretty straight and fade. And then I have a Neutron Anode, which is kind of my backup putter, as well as my throwing and approach putter. So this, I really love the Anode mold with a slightly rounded inner rim. It just feels really good in my hand. It flips up just a little bit, but can usually come back to about flat. It doesn't really fade very hard. For any kind of shot that I can reach for that's in the 250-foot range or shorter, I'm probably going to be throwing an anode. And then last of all is my putting anode. So these 2 are actually pretty, I can swap them in for each other, but this one has been doing the bulk of my putting. Again, feels really good out of my hand. That nice neutral stability that doesn't really want to fade hard, doesn't really want to turn much at all. Just feels really good in my hand. Love the anode. Tried it in a bunch of different plastics, but I've always just gone back to Neutron. That's been the way I favor plastics. Alright, well, that's all I carry in my bag. It's a pretty small setup, but I really love what MVP is doing, and I've enjoyed their plastic. Curious to hear what you guys think. Am I missing anything? I've really found that this setup has treated me well for about 1.5 years. So yeah, always curious to hear folks' feedback. Thanks for watching. Bye.